Earl, he doing his damn thing, so he gave his brother. His brother bought that motherfucker, the Stingray. It's got 6 headlights and it had 6 brake lights. You know what I'm saying? But it was hyper. It had a air shock thing on it. Yeah. It was like this. You hit a little bitty motherfucker tic tac in the street. That bitch would bounce like this. It bounced like this, and his brother just went vroom vroom. He couldn't really handle it too much, and he ran over a kid and killed the motherfucker with it by himself.
He ran over a kid.
Yeah, killed the kid with the motherfucking car on by himself, and then went through a whole lot. Earl got in a lot of trouble for that car. His brother and sister. There was a lot of shit was going down with that. Man, Earl was bullshit. He wouldn't let us go on the street and all that type of shit. He had kind of throwed him off.
Had a lot of them. What happened to Earl though? Well, he's out the country now, or he probably gone now.
Didn't know. Last time I seen him, man, and it was crazy, man. Man, I love that nigga, man.
That's alive?
Nigga. I hope so. I ain't seen him, but man, that nigga. Let me tell you, this nigga. His son's birthday. Shot birthday was the same as mine. You know, we February 27th. Yeah. And then when he found out my birthday, February 27th, man, that motherfucker give me money. He sent money up to the crib. He just was, you know what I'm saying. When after that type of shit, man.
Say February 27th.
February 27th. After that type of shit, I came in. He synced me. Fucking with Keith. Me and Keith come up on the block about the same age, playing football together and everything. He seen Keith moving different, and he knew I was gonna be next to something. Earl brought me, you know, and I'm with Earl. Earl let me, you know what I'm saying. So Earl brought me in. I went in Earl house, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't never seen with no wife or nothing like that. He always had girls or something come through. He ain't never had no wife. You know, this just him. Yeah, I went in his house. This his house. I went in that bitch. Man, that motherfucker was all redone. Everything in that bitch was white. I'm talking about white. The carpet, everything was white, right? You know what I'm saying? So when I started looking at the white, he said, man, you know what you're doing. Don't walk off from there. He said, what you think about it? I said, this is incredible. I said, what you gonna do? He said, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But I said, I don't want y'all up here. You hear me? He said, I don't want y'all up here. I said, I'm gonna get y'all the basement. Check the basement out. When the basement, he had that bitch laid out like a playland or something, you know what I'm saying, just for shop birthday. Man, I stayed down there with the man all that day, man, and everything. So I started seeing Keith come by. Keith came by, and Keith coming, he down there where we at, you know. Yeah. He come and play with us, you know what I'm saying. But Keith always moseyed off, and he was talking to him about different shit. Everybody always tried to talk to Earl about different shit on the side, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And you can look at his face and tell if you know he was gonna be with you or not. And it was just something about Keith, man. And then him and Keith got hooked up, right? So after that, Keith was like, shit. You know what I'm saying? I seen Keith change, and then he ain't had a Jeep yet. But the motherfuckers that he was hanging around with was getting the Jeeps, right? Yeah. And it was a motherfucker, he was in the paper about having some dope and all that type of shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep fucking with him, somehow, boom, Keith get the Jeep, so we all know they on package. They already know what's happening. Earl know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Earl know what's happening. So Earl seen them motherfuckers. Keith got a cousin that drive truck. He told Keith cousin drive trucks, like, you know what I'm saying, you can leave your truck over here in my yard, maybe holler at you know what I'm saying. They start hooking up on some side business, you know what I'm saying. It was crazy. I seen everything. Earl to break Keith cousin off, like, bam. That nigga came back with a Benz, like a 420 or something, that big white, long motherfucker. Yeah. He put them goddamn, what's them motherfuckers, they not hammers, them when he put them bitches on there, man, with them thin ass tires. You know what I'm saying. The Keith's like, man. When I seen Keith, Keith was in the Benz with him a couple times, I go talk to Keith and say, man, what's going on? He said, man, this big thing's coming. He said, don't you worry, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? You always told me that you ain't got nothing to worry about. Anything I asked him for, he gave it to me. Anything.
I remember you, I
remember anything. I'm talking
about. That's right.
Anything. People don't understand that. I'm talking about anything. You know how many motherfuckers Saxon gave me this 200, bring me back 50. And I ain't give him nothing. I done fucked up. And he kept saying, huh. He ain't counting nothing. I'm looking at him going, what's going on? What you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is we supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Until he got indicted when he got, and I went on with that right there, man. It was beautiful.
How did he get indicted? Yeah, tell me about that.
That motherfucker, let me tell you, he went, that motherfucker Jeep he got. You know what I'm saying? They was watching them Jeep boys, you know what I'm saying? They was looking at it, they thought they was doing dope and all that type of shit. It was big gold chilling and all that. He was bringing the noise. So he done built the whole back of his Jeep up in subs. He got like maybe, I think it's like 13, 12s in that motherfucker.
And that burgundy Jeep?
Yep, and that burgundy Jeep is still like this. And you can't really see, you can't see off the back. You know what I'm saying?
And the it had like a window like about that big.
Yeah, it wasn't in the window. He had the top off. because his speaker stood up like this over the motherfucking seats. And went all the way across the top and down the back. And it was like 4 across this top, 4. It was like 4, 8, 12, like, you know what I'm saying? And it was out cold. I remember when he said he was going to do it. So, you know, he was getting sweated in that motherfucking Jeep. Like, it was just too much. So he said, man, I'm making too much money to be driving this motherfucking Jeep right here. I said, what you talking about? He said, man, I'm finna get me a car, man. I'm finna get this Benz. I said, you finna get a Benz? He said, yeah. So Philip Harper, he had coming up, he wanted deep on the D-boy side. He just bought a Benz, you know what I'm saying? That's what got everybody over here just like, oh, shit, because, you know, the D-boys be fronting that shit. You got a Benz, all that time you got a Benz. Keep something get a Benz, so we waited on Keith got the Benz. When he came back, he got a Benz 190 Burgundy. That bitch was battered in the motherfucker. Earl liked it. You know what I'm saying? Earl was like, bring it over here. He took it over Earl house. Earl checked it out, was looking at it and shit. Earl was telling him we went through the books of it and all that type of shit. So that motherfucker Philip Harper Benz, he put some more rims on his and tires and all that type of shit. I said, man, Keith said, you seen that? I said, yeah, I seen that. I said, he be coming to the school picking up his girl. He said, what he got? I told him he got the motherfucking things and he got the warm things and put these on. He said, yeah. He said, I'm gonna fuck that motherfucker up, watch this. He said, I'm gonna fuck him up, watch this. But his mama had the Riata.
Yeah, the blue one.
Yeah, the blue one. He said he putting Vipers on it. I didn't know what the Vipers
he
were.
Did put the Vipers
he put the Vipers. He said, I'm putting Vipers on it. So he put Vipers on it.
Yeah, that for a long time.
Yeah, I think she still got it. I think it's in the garage.
For real?
Yeah. Damn. Or that and that Camaro. Remember she had that black Camaro with the convertible top.
Yeah,
it was like Leslie Price.
Yeah,
and she got that too. She ain't had to sell them. She didn't sell them.
But that Riata, I'll buy it.
She ain't gonna let nobody touch that. But that's some old school.
Yeah,
that's
that
motherfucker got a white convertible top on the right. So now Keith got his mama car and he got the Vipers on it. He was coming down the street. He got the top down and he playing music and the motherfucking D-boys pulled up behind him. They put up to his bumper and shit. And they was talking shit. Talking about he was from Sale, but he kept telling him, he said, man, I ain't with the gang, so you know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker started throwing 40 ounces in his car with the top down through the window. And they hit his goddamn rearview mirror and knocked the rearview mirror down in the Riata. You know what I'm saying? It fucked the inside up with a bunch of beer and stuff. And they came straight to Sale, be like, Smart! Straight hit Mill Yard. Like, hey man, I need to holler at y'all. All y'all come to my house. Man, he shot around that motherfucker. So, man, we was like, Keith, what the fuck? Man, we went around to that motherfucker. That motherfucker he opened up the side door and told us all to come downstairs. Everybody came to the store. You hit the bottom of the stairs. He gave you a 9. Bam. I ain't bullshitting everybody. No matter who you was, he gave you a 9 with a clip in it. It might have bullets, it might not.
Damn.
They was all nice and new. Mel went down the steps about 3 times. He said, I got you, man. He said, I got you, man. Listen, I'm finna take care of this business, man. I ain't got no time to be bullshit. Mel went downstairs. He trying to get like 5'9". You know, I'm really thinking it's some bullshit. Anyway, I'm thinking he finna take it back. You know, it is Keith. He gonna be like, let me get my gun back, Ruben. I'm gonna be like, you shouldn't play like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking these motherfuckers finna just give these motherfuckers. Yeah. That nigga said, hey, this motherfucker knocked my mama rearview mirror down. I had the top drop. He put up to the motherfucker behind me at the red light, threw a 40 ounce and knocked the window. Cause I need that nigga taking care of me. Man was like, oh shit. Man, please. You ain't finna regret this. He said, you ain't gonna regret this. Mel holding 2-9. Like, he said, you not gonna regret this. He said, you're not gonna regret this. I took the one I had, man. I was so scared. So I was like, I ain't know what to put it.
I don't mean to get off track though, but how did Earl get
well, he seen Keith was about the money and Earl about the money.
Yeah.
So Earl shared some shit with Keith. He ain't never talked to nobody before, right? He told Keith, you only fuck with me about this shit. And then Keith started fucking with me after that. When he started fucking with Earl, he told me, he said, there's some different shit over there. I said, I kind of feel that. He said, so I can't, you can't just be. I said, man, Earl looked at me. He said, man, he looked at me like, man, you know, you gotta go. I just started watching, man, sitting there and Keith. Shit, that motherfucker, that Philip Harper told him about them rims and shit. And Keith got the 190, they got the same 190, same color, everything, right? Yeah. So Keith's like, this motherfucker, he think he's doing, he can't do what I do. I'm on something wholly different, watch this. Man, that motherfucker took that bitch, and him and Earl was talking, and the truck came and got it. Yeah. Truck came and got that motherfucker. He put that bitch in the shop, dog. When he put that bitch out, when that bitch came back, man, that bitch was an AMG. It wasn't even a 190 one, no more. It wasn't even a 190, nigga. Man, them niggas, man, he turned that bitch into a AMG.
Damn.
I'm talking about with the stripes through the seats and everything. He picked out the size of the flakes that go in the paint.
Yeah.
He had flakes in his paint this big. When that bitch turned sideways, that bitch looked like water running off of it.
Damn.
I'm talking about, man, it was the most amazing car you could ever see, man, when it came down the block. He could put it, and the wheels turned different. He had different rims on it, and the wheels turned different. You know, he had the AMG whole, everything.
The whole thing.
The wheels turned like this. He parked it over there at his house on Shamrock, and the wheels turned like that. I went over there and said, man, what is this? He said, it's the same car. I said, this ain't the same car, Keith. I said, man, this bitch say AMG. He said, yeah, I turned it into AMG. Damn. I said, man, you know how much that cost? Well, you could have just bought an AMG. You turned the 190 into the AMG. He had stripes going down the seats. It was stripes going down the seats. He had the flake in the paint, and the whole sound system was different. It was all cut in the doors. Everything was different. Everything, the whole fucking car. It was the most amazing thing. Earl was just like, you know what I'm saying? That's it. That's what it is. Earl was in that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
All that shit.
He had vets and shit. When Kurt Keith hooked up with them, he took advantage of everything that them boys had to bring.
So, like, Earl kind of put Keith on.
Yeah, he took him to different levels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keith had been ghetto balling, you know what I'm saying, forever.
Like,
you know,
I ain't gonna say put Keith on, because I always know
he took him to
Keith
different levels. Yeah, he showed him that ghetto balling ain't where it's at now.
Earl's older, so he showed him the game. Took him up this game, to a different level. You right, damn, that was some shit, boy.
Man, it was real, and it was meant to be, because they just happened to just run into each other. They didn't know each other. We just grew up around each other all our life. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't let me in, though.
They didn't let you in on the big shit?
No, they knew I have.
Y'all boys was getting money, though. Y'all boys was getting money back in the days as a young age. I remember that shit. That's what really made me want to get money. I should see y'all niggas with y'all gooses and all that shit.
Yeah, man, I just wanted the money, man. Them mother what they was doing, man. I don't know if I could. I just seen they kept me around it though. They let me see what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing.